In 2023, YOASOBI's Idol took the world by storm, sitting atop the Billboard charts and cementing itself as one of the greatest anime openings of all time. But I find it quite difficult to imagine Bill Clinton gooning it to his intern back in '98 with Idol oozing out of the Sony Walkman. As if. In reality, Billy was definitely blasting Rock the Dragon from the White House boombox like a real patriot. That's the gnarly world I want to live in. Simply living in that world is not enough for me, however. I don't want no scrub. I want to be the very best, like no one ever was. I was watching Pokemon while rocking my red, white, and blue Zubas before I even knew what anime was. I was jamming out to the theme song and listening to my To Be a Master cassette tape on car rides before I could even spell OP. I know that Pokemon is barely an anime, especially back in the 4Kids days. I understand that Gotta Catch 'Em All is an English-only thing and not truly, really an anime OP. I get that. I really do. But I don't care, because this is an OP that inspires. It transcends the titles of OP or theme song, cartoon or anime. You teach me, and I'll teach you. Teach you what a dope anime OP sounds like, that is. Speaking of iconic, you may remember Michael Jordan as the highly touted minor league baseball player who dabbled a bit in the acting world. But after hearing the Slam Dunk OP, Jordan eventually transitioned into an NBA career that saw him become the literal GOAT of not only his sport, but sneaker sales as well. And how could you not be inspired by watching the Tensai, Hanamichi Sakuragi, work his magical hands on that ball? Much like, once again, Bill Clinton's intern. But more than these classic pastel visuals, we have that vintage, sultry anime song of the 90s that has no reason to evoke such feelings of arousal. But here we are, with feelings of arousal from this man. His beautiful voice, and these beachside basketball scenes. Unfortunately for LeBron, his career coincided with Kuroko no Basket, so he never truly had a shot at GOAT status. What could have been? Speaking of potential GOATs, actually I've never seen Evangelion. I'm either too stupid to get it, or my tastes are too nuanced to watch a show about a sad boy that hates himself almost as much as he hates his father. I mean, I don't really like myself either, but my dad is a pretty cool dude, and has never made me pilot a mech against my will. He has taken me to see The Who in concert about 7 or 8 times, however, so that should give you a better idea of the kind of guy we're dealing with. All that is to say, despite not having watched Evangelion, I still know how special its OP, A Cruel Angel's Thesis, is. This is the epitome of that 90s anime OP that evokes feelings of making love against a summertime backdrop as the innocence of youth is stripped away. Which is ironic because from my understanding, Shinji probably has never experienced the feeling of love in his entire life. But I can imagine him doing it, while listening to this OP and watching these random words blinking in and out in order to brainwash me. I can do it too, you know. No amount of brainwashing, however, could wipe away the joy that Smile Bomb brings me. Truly, I think it is the peak of not only 90s anime OPs, but 90s music and vibes in general. The English version is great. The Japanese version is great. I don't know if they have it in Italian, but I'm sure that'd be great too. Anytime I need to spice up my life, I plug Smile Bomb into the aux cord of my 2001 Jeep Cherokee Sport, and I let the rhythm take me over. Well, I would if that car wasn't totaled a decade ago, but those feelings still linger fondly in my heart. Every time I watch YuYu Hakusho and see Botan spin around on our broom, I'm thrown back in time like the food critic in Ratatouille. I'm taken to my happy place like Chubbs in Happy Gilmore.
Shut up, Happy. Don't feel bad about me. I got my hand back, see?
I imagine heaven is filled with this Easter color palette and a shirtless Hiei slashing his way into my heart. And while Smile Bomb is my favorite and could never go break in my achy breaky heart, the true all-star of 90s anime OPs has to go to Tank. Cowboy Bebop's opening is unmatched. If this were released today, you'd have Spike vaping and Aim would just be a guy dressed in a fursuit. Not that there's anything wrong with that. But the coolness of getting things started with Spike taking a drag from his iconic cigarette as this vintage-sounding jazz anthem blares in the background is unmatched. The only word needed to describe Tank is cool. Tank is literally the personification of cool. If words could be given life and have background music playing as they strutted around, Tank would be the song playing for cool. It's such utter coolness incarnate that I can't believe the Satchmo himself wasn't leading the charge on this song.
Angelica seems to think there's somebody in the neighborhood called Satchmo.
The trumpet player?
No, the monster.
The trumpet player, not the monster. Now I'd be remiss in my duties if I did not mention Cha-La Head-Cha-La, but that technically came out in 1989, despite most of us hearing it for the first time throughout the 90s and beyond. Dragon Ball timelines are murky though, so let's just agree it's special and worthy of Akira Toriyama's magnum opus. Even if I like Maka Fushigi Adventure better. And the strangely melancholic end theme of Dragon Ball that makes it seem like Bulma is the protagonist. Now that's a Maka Fushigi adventure I'd like to go on. We Are also fails to sail its way in here, just missing the cutoff and dropping in the year 2000. Though honestly, Luffy may not become Pirate King until 2090 at its current rate, so let's not count One Piece out of this list yet. It's closing time, so dance your way on over to that subscribe button for many a song of S-Class anime goodness. Actually, I don't sing or dance, but you might as well subscribe anyway.